when do we want the winning to happen, basically? Okay, I have another idea on how to do this without getting the angle to making the game win. We're going to use colliders instead, or triggers technically. Basically, we're going to have 2 triggers on the arm. So we're going to create, or actually, well, not on the arm, but 2 triggers on the sides. And basically, once the arm collides with that trigger, we need to send code saying that this person has won, and to stop game, basically, and say who won. We are going to add 2 new game objects. Create empty. Let's get rid of the canvas so we can see what we're doing. So this is going to be our first collider, first box collider, and this is obviously a trigger. And let's see where the arm should win for the player first. Player win collider, or player win trigger. And then basically set up the same thing on the other side. So here's the arm, here's the player trigger. We will duplicate this one, just drag it to this side. And is this like the same? Yeah, I mean, that should work perfectly, honestly. And this will be opponent win trigger. So we have the triggers set up to when they win. So we have a public enum. I could just do this, win lose. We don't have to do, we could just have one value. Okay, let's change this up. We could just do this. We're gonna do it this way now. We want a public bool trigger type. And then basically this trigger type, win equals true, lose equals false. We also need to know the public arm wrestle minigame, arm wrestle script. We call it AWS. On trigger enter 2D. If trigger type, so if it's true, then AWS dot in-game is equal to false. And then AWS end, and just put like end game, like an end game variable, or not variable, but end game method. And then we need like an AWS that player one equals true. So if it's that, so yeah, if it's that, else if it's the other way, AWS dot in game is equal to false, AWS dot player one is equal to false, and then AWS dot end. I could just do this. Nah, it's fine. And then all we gotta do is add some new stuff like a public bool player one, and then endgame method. Okay, so all this should do is stop the game when the trigger gets hit, basically. Oh my god, it worked. Okay, so it needs to have a kinematic that never sleeps. Alright, that works. Actually, I'd rather make a UI for it first. And there's your energy bar. We need some other UI elements though, like to remind the player that on how to do all their different moves. So we can make the attack here and defend here maybe on the sides. So attack, or no, defend this, no wait, attack this way, defend this way, because this is where you need to defend and this is where you need to attack. I like that. So we can just grab this and then bring it right here. And then obviously we need to have this as a yellow bar, probably the same color as this maybe. We need to shrink this bar that goes up and down. So we need to make that like its own sprite. So it should say defend, and yeah. I think that's good for the UI. Here we go. It's perfectly fitted in. This is what it looks like. Cool. Cool. Now, if I mess with the scale on X, yup, it should do that properly. So 10 is complete. So we know 10 is complete. 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then this is 0. So basically, all we need to do is in arm wrestle script, we need to have the reference or the transformer of this, and it needs to be scaling only on the X. So all we need is a public transform of the energy bar, and then this energy bar is constantly just changing. Energy bar dot scale, lossy scale, the global scale, yeah. Lossy scale dot, we can't do that, so we have to equal to a new vector 3 energy bar, sorry, of energy. So that will be max energy. So, and then the energy bar dot lossy scale dot y, and the energy bar lossy scale dot z. All right, let's try this out. All right, energy bar, let's see it. Yeah, I mean, it's working. And then what we can do is change the color of it to red when we are recovering. Yeah, change it to red when you are recovering, basically. So we need the public sprite renderer of the energy bar, and then go down here into the recovery. Hi, baby. What's up? Oh, cute dog. This is who I have. Look at Luna. She's so cute, aren't you, baby? You're such a cute little girl. Yes, you are. Okay, you can go now. So if energy is less than or equal to is we will start the recovering, and then basically we want to set the energy bar sprite rend dot color equal to color dot red, and then when we're done recovering, color dot yellow. I think that should work. Or sorry, just white. Color dot white, because white will be the yellow basically. We'll get the countdown and stuff, but let's just lose. Yup, that worked. The attack UI and also the defend UI, so people know. So for the defend, I need to create a new key basically. We can do that later, but for now, let's grab the space UI. That looks good. And then we'll just do this attack text. And then we'll duplicate this, and then bring it to the other side. Attack, mash space, defend, hold Z. Good. Now we will do something for this in-game UI. So I can just do something very simple and just create an animator for this. For this one, create an animation, put it in an animation, create a new folder for it, and we'll just call this arm wrestle in-game UI, and then it'll just appear like that. Yeah. So now, E to start game. Both of those, yeah, cool. All right, that looks good. I like that a lot. I think I do want to make the attack less potent, so you don't lose energy so fast. Honestly, you lose so much energy when you try to attack.